First here at 9 o'clock, a $2 million federal grant will pay to test more than 1,000 sexual assault kits at the Tulsa Police Department. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 9. I'm Shannon Rousseau.
I'm Brian Dorman. This is the second time Tulsa Police received the grant. They say it's already made a major impact. News on 6's Kristen Weaver live with what the department has already done and what they plan to do with this additional funding. Kristen?
Well, Brian and Shannon, the department has already tested hundreds of kits over the past 3 years. They say that this funding could help get even more victims justice. When the first round of funding was approved by the Department of Justice in 2018, the Tulsa Police Department had around 3,000 untested rape kits. Lieutenant Darren Ehrenrich says they've sent about 800 to OKC to be tested since then and are getting more efficient by the day.
In addition to the money for testing, it's put a lot of great personnel.
That includes a cold case investigator, an advocate for victims, and another investigator. Now the department is getting another $2 million that will keep funding those positions and allow the department to test about 1,700 kits over the next 3 years. Lieutenant Ehrenrich says many of those kits weren't tested because victims declined to prosecute and also because victims already knew the suspect, so identity was not in question. But now they're testing 75 kits a month.
A lot of these offenders, just like in that case, they've offended in the past.
One example is an arrest made this year of Alfred Wilson. DNA from a test matched him to a rape in Tulsa from 2003.
That case exemplifies why we're thrilled about this work.
Victims of sexual assault say this is a great step forward. Megan Pitzer is from Owasso and says she was sexually assaulted as a teenager.
I've always heard how many test kits go untested.
She says people need to believe victims.
If it's not a yes, it's a no, and that's just what people need to learn.
Now, TPD is working with a lot of other agencies to get help for all of these victims. They hope that by testing more kits, they'll be able to catch more criminals. Live in Tulsa, Kristen Weaver, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.